peer review is a fundamental aspect of all my courses. It's one of the things I enjoy the most about teaching, and it's one of the things I stress the most because I think this is a place where critical thinking occurs, and I think it's a place where the classroom can really replicate real-world experiences. And I get feedback from my students, which I've shown you here, that actually confirms that. The other thing peer review does is it is community building. All right, it helps the students know each other. I put all the students in groups at the beginning of the semester. I'm toying this semester with putting them all in the same group each time so they get more comfortable with each other, so they get to know each other better. It's kind of what your own goal is, I think. You want the students to know everybody in the class. Are you happy with them knowing one set of students in great detail and great intimacy and getting used to each other's reviewing styles? What you see below is I have a video here on the left where I'm wearing a light green shirt. That's where I explain in detail to the students the concepts of peer review, how it, how it reflects on critical thinking, how critical thinking and peer review go together. It's where I explain my expectations, and it's where I explain how it works, how it goes back and forth. So rather than repeating that here, this video, I'll let you watch the other video. Slightly there to the right, I've given you two examples from the writer's memo, which I've explained elsewhere. I always ask the students for each project, how did peer review go for you? Okay, and it doesn't always go well. And to be honest, semester to semester, I have to keep tweaking it. I have to keep working on it. I have to keep emphasizing on it. This semester I've gone so far as I've always graded peer review, but the grades have never added up enough to feel so that the students really feel the impact of it. So this time I'm being very clear to the students that peer review counts for half of the grade of the project, okay? So if they blow off peer review, they're blowing off half of their grade for the project, okay? So that's a really big impact. So I'm really stressing peer review because I believe it. I believe in group work. I find getting students to do group work on the internet to be very difficult. All right, so instead of saying, hey, here's a group project, I'll work on it, instead I give them an individual project, but I have them review it together, so by the time it's turned into me, it's very, very highly polished writing. It's exactly what I expect it to be because the students go back and forth, say, hey, this is what Mr. Weller's expecting. You're not quite doing that here. So I think I've rambled on long enough. If you look at my video where I explain peer review in detail to the students, that's a video addressed to the students, and then look at the two responses I have from students about peer review, I think you'll see quite clearly how I use it and why I very believe in it for classes. And I think this is something, I think peer review can be used in any kind of classroom, any kind of subject, any kind of discipline. I don't see how it would possibly just only relate to writing. I really think this is a way to get students together and do critical thinking together. So hey, thank you for watching this little element of this presentation.